What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to C.A.R. Entertainment. I'm your host Dylan Hamilton, guys, and today we're going to be doing more HE1 biology, and we're going to move on from populations and talk about population interactions. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into this. So there's a couple of different types of population interactions. These can be positive or negative, and then you go in depth and you talk about mutualism, predation, and then just pure competition. So, well, a positive type of interaction in a population will mean that there'll be a positive effect on one population, so they'll grow in numbers essentially. But then you get a negative effect, and this is whenever the population will decrease. Now these can be used in plus pluses, plus negatives, and negative types known as mutualism, predation, and competition. Mutualism is positive, meaning that both species will gain in the relationship, such as a cow and bacteria. The bacteria has a home in the cow, but then the cow eats the grass, etc. and all that there. I think there'll be examples as we move through the PowerPoint. So then you have predation, which is positive, negative, as the predator will gain because they get a food source, but the prey will lose out as they're obviously being killed. And then you have competition, which is negative, and this is where both species lose out, and the most affected will be eliminated. So the most affected by the negative effect will be eliminated out of the population, whilst the other one will just decrease in numbers. So mutualism then, well, both species will benefit here. An example is that the nitrogen fixing bacteria will receive protection, and they will provide and the nutrients will provide nitrogen containing compounds. Lichens are an example, as they consist of fungi harboring algae, and therefore the fungi will absorb water, which provides support and structure, and the algae will carry out photosynthesis. Cellulose digestion is a form of it, as mutualism will occur between herbivores and bacteria and our protoctistans in the gut of a herbivore, such as a cow. A cow will benefit from utilising the abundant source of food, and the mutualistic partner will gain, whereas there will be a ready supply of food maintained at a high constant temperature, ensuring a rapid metabolic activity. You then have predator-prey. This is quite an easy one. Predator-prey is quite a nice one. They change according to relative numbers of prey and predator. Well, if there's low numbers of predator, this allows the prey numbers to increase as they're not being hunted. But if there's high numbers of prey, then the predator numbers will increase. So once you have low numbers of predators and the prey increase, then the predator numbers will start to rise again because there's a lot of prey for them to eat. This then allows the prey to decrease, because once the predators start to increase, then the prey will decrease as they're being eaten again. So, but then in turn, then this changes back, and it means that the low number of prey now that is present means that predators will decrease as there's less food for them. So it's like a constant cycle. You then have interspecific competition, which is whenever species who share the same niche, both species will do less well as they're competing for the same niche, and one species will be eliminated. The winner will utilise the resource more efficiently, and they'll be more successful, and they will compete more efficiently. The outcome of this competition is determined by environmental conditions. There's something called the competitive exclusion principle, which is whenever two species do not share the same niche without one species being eliminated. The caution will be exercised as two species requiring the same mineral island, but they can obtain this at different levels in the soil, as one has longer roots, for example. The interspecific competition in paramecium, there's a man called G.F. Gauss who cultured organisms separately in a mixed culture, competing for the same food source. It was cultured separately, and growth curves followed, expecting a sigmoid shape. As they were cultured together, the faster growing P. aurelia outcompeted the P. caudatum, and the numbers fell as time went on for this. Now we're going to move on and talk about intraspecific competition. This is different, as intraspecific competition is between members of one species for a common resource. Now it has a greater population density and a greater degree of competition. It is important to evolution as experts select pressures resulting in the change to gene frequencies, meaning that natural selection is in favour of beneficial characteristics. An example is that mollusks will graze on algae, and the low population density will go to a larger size. But as this population density increases, the max length will decrease due to competition between individuals for food and space. Thanks for watching this video. I've been Dylan Hamilton from C.A.R. Entertainment, and I will see you next time.